These are going to be shelves for glitter, and what I have to do is rebuild the glitter rack and make it a lot nicer than it was. So these were 8 foot long, 1 inch wide, and 4 inches wide. They'll be perfect for what I'm doing. What I have to do now is cut a notch 1.5 inches deep. My vertical pieces that are going to hold the shelves up are going to have notches about every 6 to 7 inches going up, and it's all going to lock into place, hopefully. My first one came out a little wonky. You can see how I strayed a little bit with my circular saw. That side looks nice. So we're going to do this side here, the middle, and we're going to do the end. I'll show you later why one is shorter than the others. Now watch right between these lines here. I have the saw set to cut only 1.5 inches deep. Now my problem is following these lines really well. Looks pretty straight. Let's clean it out. So what we did was we cut a bunch of small thin lines, making the wood weak inside there, so we can just knock it right out. So it looks like I pulled up too quickly on the end here. Let's see if a piece fits. Does not. I'm gonna have to get another really thin cut here. Actually, I think I'm gonna need it on that side. Just a little shave. Let's see. Why is it so tight? I think I got a bump on this side here. Let's test it. There we go. Now it's a little too wide. Didn't want it wobbly, but glue or whatever will fix that. I'll sand this to make it look a little nicer. I screwed that on up. See? It's wider here or narrower here. I totally screwed the pooch on that one. Let's see how a board fits. Yeah, I have to put pressure here, but look at the side. It's a huge gap on both sides. Oh well, good enough. A little glue, a little sealant. We'll hold it together just fine, I hope. All of these shelves appear to be in a really good spot for my largest jar of glitter. So I'm going to mark it out and measure my cuts, and we'll see how it fits after that. Stay tuned. Now we paint them white before we put our colors on. All right.
I think that looks good. What do you think?
Perfect.
Whew-wee.
Yellow and orange ombre, done by the Geek Goddess herself. Especially since this is going to be one of her glitter shelves.
Oh, God, that came out good.
Wave. Next up for this project for the glitter rack is assembly. Now these have been drying overnight. The paint is dry. It's not even tacky even a little bit. I did do a cursory dry fit on these to make sure that they fit together. Now we're going to do the glue up. So these are going to be my vertical pieces. Those are my horizontal. I don't want to use too much glue. I'm using a very small applicator so that way I don't make a huge mess. A little dab in the center bottom and a drip down the sides should be enough. Now this is Titebond 3 glue, which is one of the highest recommended woodworking glues there are, because as the name suggests, it does apply a very tight bond. And this is the third version of that, which also makes it waterproof. Not that we need waterproof for this particular job, but when you keep wood glue, when you keep so much wood glue around for projects, you keep the very best and as much of it as you can. Just tap it down a little bit. Make sure it's seated all the way. I'm not even going to nail it or screw it or anything. There's no need to with this glue. This is not a load-bearing shelf. It's only going to house some glitters. It's not really that big of a deal. So this amount of glue will be more than enough to hold this together. Goddess wanted a rainbow colored shelf, and she's going to try to match all of her glitters through the colors of the rainbow on these shelves. Should be interesting. Looking forward to seeing this up on the wall. Sure it's relatively square, huh? That is very square. There you have it, folks. When next we see it, we're going to be installing it on the wall.